I hope you passed Christmas fine and New Year's Eve as well, and that in 2022 all your dreams and wishes come true. And this time I do a video about the FT-79. The FT-79 is a dreadnought guitar, or Gibson called them jumbo guitars, and dreadnought are the most built guitars now. The jumbo dreadnought guitars are the most built guitars. Dreadnought is a name after a British battleship from 1906, and it was an all big gun ship. It was and dreadnought means fear nothing, and that was the strongest battleship at that time. And the American, they built the same ship or kind of ship, battleship, in 2010, and then Italy and Spain, all the other countries followed. But in 1906, the HMS Dreadnought was the master on the sea that feared nothing, and that's so Martin guitars take that idea and created the Martin D. D stands for dreadnought, and the number 1828, whatever, that means more ornamental, so as higher graded, more deluxe, as higher the number. But the Martin D, the dreadnought, were jumbo guitars, and that meant when you have a Martin D, you're the master in your band. And so Gibson had to follow that. Epiphone, all the big brand guitar makers had to follow that and started to make their own jumbos, and Gibson called them J45. That means jumbo. And while Martin made square shoulder, and Epiphone followed that, because the first FT-79, better known as the Texan, but they weren't nicknamed Texan then. The FT-79 was nicknamed Texan after 1958, when they started to produce them instead of New York in Kalamazoo. But Jimi Hendrix had the FT-79, Kurt Cobain had the FT-79. I believe at the Utero tour he started to play that guitar, and Kathy, Jimi Hendrix's girlfriend, 1970, she mentioned when Bonham sold Jimi Hendrix FT-79, it was in 1951 or 54, they changed the neck, they made some changes on that guitar. But Jimi Hendrix FT-79 was the guitar he owned the longest of all his guitars. He owned that guitar from 67 to 70. And Katie mentioned that Jimmy told her it was his favorite guitar. And at home he always played his FT-79. There are not footages live on stage. There are some video footages he plays in private that guitar. And she mentioned also he composed all his songs of the late 60s on his FT-79, or most of it. Also the transformation from Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower to Jimi Hendrix version, that I believe every guitar player in the world knows that version. So the FT-79 was maybe more important for Jimmy's composing or playing that people believe. Also Kurt Cobain, I mean, the most expensive guitar at the moment is Kurt Cobain's, one of Kurt Cobain's guitar that was sold for $6 million last year. And so I thought Paul McCartney wrote yesterday on his FT-79, and but you see on the internet sometimes people say, oh, Jimi Hendrix played a Texan, Kurt Cobain, and then others says, no, it was the FT-79 because it was nicknamed there. But I mean, when you talk of a Texan, you know you're talking of a flat top 79. And the FT-79 had a lot of changes from the beginning, 1941, to today. They had some nut width 1725, that's the largest now, the new American Boseman Montana made. Then Paul McCartney's was a 168. The Elitist was made in Japan in the had the 158, the narrowest neck of the FT-79. So also the body where it was made in square shoulder, soft shoulder, and 15-700 to 16-16-25 with depth between 4.8 to 5.8. So the FT-79 had a lot of changes, but it's the same with car. When you take Volkswagen Golf, the Golf from the 70s and the Golf from today, it's a completely different car, but nobody would say, yeah, that's not the Golf. So the FT-79 had a lot of changes, and so when they started to build this, the Masterbilt FT-79 in Asia, Epiphone, I bought that one, and it's a great comfortable guitar. It has a 169 neck, it has a rounded C, and the mahogany wood and back. It should be all the same material on the American ones, but I don't know, because it's since it arrived, it's still in its box, and so I take you on a little journey. We want to unbox now that guitar, the American made, and then we will compare, and because this is a really good guitar. And if you have seen my comparison, the Asian Casino with the American Casino, the American Casino didn't fulfill the expectations. Let's say it's a great guitar, but the Chinese-made Casino is a really good guitar. So the comparison, a lot of people complain, say, oh, the comparison it's not fair and whatever, you hit stronger those strings than those strings, and the sound is bad. Yeah, I don't have a mobile, it is iPhone mobiles. I have an old, I can just ring someone, and I have a 25-year-old video camera. I know my gear isn't up to date, but you know, I just want to give with my videos a bit from the customer side, the impression from the customer side, because most of the videos are from guitar stores and they want to sell their stuff, and they always say, oh, it's a beautiful neck, it's a comfortable neck, the guitar feels great, the sound is great. And I'm a consumer, you know, and then I buy this guitar and I plug it in, and then sometimes I'm impressed. I say, oh yeah, that's a great guitar, and sometimes I'm disappointed. So I don't know what will happen, because I never played an American made or this new one, Boseman Montana made Texan. So I know that it's a great guitar. My all-time favorite guitar is the lowest, the cheapest J45, the walnut made. It's $1,900. I love that guitar because the walnut made has no rosewood. When you travel this Citus discussion, you don't know, do I need Citus or not? We don't know where this journey goes with the Citus paper. So there is no rosewood, it's a walnut. It's a cut out, so you have easier access to the upper frets, and the neck is a Les Paul neck. It's not an acoustic neck, so it's more comfortable for electric guitar players. I'm an electric guitar player, so my J45 walnut, $1,900, it's my all-time favorite acoustic guitar. It sounds good, it's comfortable, it's easy to play. And the Asian-made FT-79 Texan is also a really good, this Masterbilt, a fine guitar. So let's unpack now the American ones, and let's see it can beat that one, how it is. So let's start. That's how it arrived, in a Gibson case, and that's promising. So let's see what's inside. I need a knife. Left is the Casino USA made with the Chinese hard case. and right is the Acoustic Bozeman Montana Texan Acoustic Epiphone, USA made, and as you can see the Texan has a higher value, a Canadian made hard case than the USA made Casino. So let's take the beauty out of the case. Or hope it's a beauty. Oh wow. That looks amazing. Look at that beauty. It's American made with the blue label inside. Okay, that's a Gibson warranty. So, I mean, it comes out of the Gibson Bozeman Montana factory. Whoa. Wow. That's a beauty. Okay, let's check out how it battles against the little brother or sister, the Masterbilt, an Asian Masterbilt FT-79 Texan. They look a bit like identical twins. Left is the Asian-made Masterbilt, $750, a bit over $800 in Europe. And right, there is the American-made Bozeman Montana, $2,799, $2,800. The headstock is different, the open book and the Dove wing. And the Masterbilt has a 169 neck. The USA made has a 1.725 neck. Both have a 12 radius fretboard. The Asian made has a Indian laurel, and the American made has an Indian rosewood. Both has a 12 radius. The Asian made has a C-shape neck. You can see it's a beautiful, comfortable, rounded C-shaped neck. The American made has a 172 rounded D, so it looks a bit flatter than the Asian made, but that makes the competition a bit harder for me because I don't like D-shaped necks. As you can see, the American made has a bit bigger body, more volume, and so it should sound a bit better, but we will see. that was it. The American sounds better acoustic, it sounds better plugged in electric. It's a absolutely top, nice sounding, easy player. For me the D shape isn't a comfortable neck, so it won't be one of my favorites. With a C shape, rounded C shape neck, I would say that's the guitar I play for the rest of my life, but with the D shape it's a no-go for me. But if you don't care or you like D shape neck, this is one of the best guitars, because to have that sound you need a Hummingbird or a J45 standard upwards, J200. Then we're talking of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, or a Martin at that price range. So for under $3,000, this is an amazing guitar. And is it worth to buy? Yes, if the D shape isn't an issue. It's a great, great instrument, and Boseman and Montana, they really know how to build guitars. So the points at the end is for me 4 for the American, because of the acoustic and electric play, 4 points, 3 points for the Asian one. But if the D-shaped neck isn't an issue for you, then you can take 1 point from the Asian, from the Masterbilt to the American one. Then it would be 2 to 5 points. So that's a clear winner, the American one. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Thank you.